Did you know that you could be picking up other people's energy, their emotional energy, their thoughts? Hi, I'm Marian Massie. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and success coach, and I am the author of Miracles, Karma, and Reincarnation Redefined, a handbook for purposeful living. My whole focus is to help you live a more conscious life. And by living a more conscious life, you become happier, more empowered, and less reactive. It took me a long time to realize that I'm very susceptible to other people's emotions and thoughts and their whole energy combined. Think about it. We are all energy, the physical body, the mental body, the emotional body, and yourself as soul. But let's just take the physical, emotional, and mental. It's all atoms and energy. And many times, without our even knowing it, we are receiving and accepting other people's stuff, their emotions. I realized this when I was a child, and I talk about this in my book, that my mother was very depressed and probably angry, because depression is repressed anger. And I was getting sick a lot. So much so that even my brother noticed that it wasn't normal for a little second grader to be so sick all the time, just with, illnesses like colds and stuff all the time. But there was a lot of drama in our family. And unbeknownst to me at the time, unconsciously, I was picking up a lot of that energy. And just like if you eat food and you don't release it, you get constipated. It's the same thing with emotions. If you absorb too much of it and you don't let it go, you're going to be upset in some way, shape, or form, especially if you're picking up other people's stuff. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced a time when, things are going great and all of a sudden you start to feel angry or upset or fearful? You may be picking up other people's stuff, especially in an argument. When you're trying to remain calm, many times you'll be picking up extra. So I'm going to give you an exercise. But I noticed that very much when I first started to be a therapist. I'd go in very happy, and by the end of the day, I was angry. And I looked at my life, I go, there's nothing to be angry about. So I developed this little exercise that has helped me tremendously. And I try to do it often. I really need to do it more often. So imagine that you are energy, which you are, but you're pulling out other people's stuff from you. And you don't even have to know what the stuff is. Just pulling out anger, fear, their stuff. Imagine pulling it out of your solar plexus by your stomach or your heart, and see it as dark goo leaving you until you can feel or sense a shift. And then surround yourself with white light and kind of seal it in there, the white light, the love. And notice if you feel different, because you should. And it might be a little subtle change, but acknowledge the change. And that is going to help you grow in your perception and your awareness and all your innate ability to understand the unseen and the energies around you. If you like this content, please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. Tell others about it. I'm all about helping you live consciously, more empowered, with more love. Thanks.